Hello students, welcome to the channel and you are watching the Ultimate English Teacher and Lecturer. The last lesson, question answer solution. Think as you read. Question 1. What was France expected to be prepared with for school that day? Answer. That day France was expected to be prepared with participles because M. Hamel had said that he would question them on participles. France did not know anything about participles. Question 2. What did Franz notice that was unusual about the school that day? Answer. Usually when school began there was a great bustle which could be heard out in the street, but it was all very still that day. Everything was as quiet as Sunday morning. There was no opening or closing of desks. His classmates were already in their places. The teacher's great rules, instead of rapping on the table, was under M. Hamel's arm. Question 3. What had been put up on the bulletin board? Answer. For the last 2 years, all the bad news had come from the bulletin board. An order had come from Berlin to teach only German in the schools of Alsace and Lorraine. The Germans had put up this notice on the bulletin board. Think as you read. Question 1. What changes did the order from Berlin cause in school that day? Answer. M. Hamel had put on his best dress, his beautiful green coat, his frilled shirt, and the little black silk cap, all embroidered. The whole school seemed so strange and solemn. On the back benches that were always empty, the elderly village people were sitting quietly like the kids. Question 2. How did Franz's feeling about M. Hamel and school change? Answer. Franz come to know that it was the last lesson in French that M. Hamel would give them. From the next day they will be taught only German. Then he felt sorry for not learning his lesson properly. His books, which seemed a nuisance and a burden earlier, were now old friends. His feelings about M. Hamel also changed. He forgot all about his ruler and how cranky he was. Understanding the text. 1. The people in this story suddenly realize what precious their language is to them. What shows you this? Why does this happen? Answer. M. Hamel told the students and villagers that henceforth only German would be taught in the schools of Alsace and Lorraine. Those who called themselves Frenchmen would neither be able to speak nor write it. He praised French as the most beautiful, clearest, and most logical language in the world. He said that for the enslaved people, their language was the key to their prison. Then the people realized how precious their language was to them. This shows people's love for their own culture, tradition, and country. Pride in one's language reflects pride in the motherland. Question 2. Franz thinks, will they make them sing in German? Even the pigeons, what could this mean? There could be more than one answer. Answer. This comment of Franz shows a Frenchman's typical reaction to the impositions of learning German, the language of the conquerors. Being deprived of learning the mother tongue would mean cutting off all bonds with the motherland. Teaching the pigeons to sing in German indicates how far the German would go in their attempts at linguistic chauvinism. Talking about the text, question 1. When people are enslaved as long as they hold fast to their language, it is as if they had the key to their prison. Can you think of examples in the history where conquered people had their language taken away from them or had a language imposed on them? Answer. Mother tongue helps a person to express his feelings and thoughts most lucidly and intimately. Conquerors try to subdue and control the people of the enslaved territory by enforcing many measures such as the use of force to crush dissent and imposing their own language on them. From time immemorial, the victorious nations have imposed their own language on the conquered people and taken away their own language from them. The Romans conquered many parts of the Europe and replaced the local language by their own language, Latin. Later on, Spanish, Portuguese, Italian, and French developed from Latin. The Muslims invaders imposed Arabic and Persian in the countries of Asia, overpowered by them. In many Arab countries, the local religion and language have disappeared. In India, a new language Urdu developed from a mixture of Persian and Hindi. Students, don't forget to subscribe the channel so that you can get all the videos at first. Thank you for watching.